I'm Danny.
And I'm Tiff.
And this is
BossSIS,
where ambition meets sisterhood.
And we talk about everything, the ups, the downs, and everything in between with female entrepreneurship. Today, we're going to be talking about rejection. And as you know, every business owner has to have their no before they have their yes, right?
Yep.
So today we're going to talk about what do you do when you are rejected, how rejection can turn into redirection, and how you bounce back after redirection.
Today, we're going to have someone who knows about this all too well. One of my good girlfriends,
Hey,
Carla. Welcome, Carla.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Get it sexy.
Hey.
Get it sexy.
Hey.
Yes. My girl has multiple businesses.
Yes.
And successful businesses at that. Today, we are going to get to know more about that and to learn more about her current venture, which is the home care industry.
Yeah.
So, Carla, tell us what you do.
Okay, I am a co-owner of Alana Milan's Care. We provide home care services, in-home and out-of-home care for adults with intellectual disabilities and autism.
Nice.
Yeah, Carla.
Well, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So let's get into it. As we know, entrepreneurship is full of closed doors, and we want to know, what is the hardest business rejection you've ever faced?
Wow. The hardest business rejection. Okay, I guess that would have to be, I was working for many years trying to start group home for youth.
Yeah.
I was trying to actually had 2 properties already ready to go. One for teen women who were mother-baby program and another one for LGBTQ teens. Did everything from paying one house $2,600 a month for 2 years.
Right.
Buying another building, $800,000 building for the other property.
Wow.
Just did so much, rehabbed the building, got all the beds, everything from start to finish. When I say it was an excellent program. And for some reason, our lovely brotherly love city.
Here we go.
They wasn't feeling it.
They rejected me over and over. They found it was the dumbest reasons, I tell you. And it was crazy to me because, as we all know, the youth need it.
Yes,
Indeed.
they do.
Indeed.
We also know about all the kids in the child care room down at DHS
Right.
who are homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And when I say the homes were so nice, fully furnished, anything you could think of that the kids would need.
Is that industry
was fine.
oversaturated? Are there a lot of home care agencies in the industry?
Not necessarily home care, but it was more of the residential side.
Right.
There wasn't for that demographic, which made me reach out and do that, was for the mother babies.
Got it.
I may have heard of one ever.
Wow.
So it definitely is a need, and I'm sure it's still a need, but for
Right.
some reason it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you. Got it.
And just by the way you're talking about it, I can see this is a passion.
I was very passionate about it. I worked on it for years.
Where did that
Took a
passion
lot
come
of
from?
losses.
Where do you think that came from?
It originally started when I used to work in corrections, upstate road. I did it for 7 years. I was a CO.
Okay.
And
Mrs. Officer.
the first 5 years I worked at PIC, which was maximum security for men. And the last 2 years I ended up getting transferred to the women's prison.
Wow.
When I went to the women's jail, I ended up on a unit one day, and it was all pregnant women, about 100, over 100 and
Wow.
something pregnant women on a unit. And one day I had to take the woman out to have a baby. And me being a woman, being a mother, it was something that it didn't really sit right with me. Because
Right,
I'm like,
it didn't
hold
feel
up.
right.
Like, where is the bonding part? You know, we supposed to breastfeed the baby, have that bonding time. I'm like, these ladies going to go back to jail in 2 days.
Wow.
So then it started hitting me like, wait a minute, if they go back to jail, then, where's the bonding and where do they go after they come out of jail? Because if they had a home, they probably lost it.
Right,
If they
right.
had Social Security or welfare, whatever it may have been, or a job,
Wow.
it's all gone.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm like, what are the chances that I'm really getting their baby back?
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, I know what I could do. I could start a residential where they come home from jail and, I can help them get a job, help them get their SSI, help them get their welfare, help them get whatever they need so that they have an address and so that they have somewhere to bring their baby
this
home
is
to
home.
so that they can get their babies back.
Wow.
So that was my initial thing. And in some kind of way, I ended up pivoting in a little more towards the youth opposed to the adults, but it still was the same kind of
mission,
mission. But for some reason, they just kept denying me no matter what I did. And I even visited other homes. And when I say mine was better than all of the group homes or whatever I visited, but I mean, I guess it just wasn't for me.
Right. And
So then where,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So where did that take you?
So, I mean, I really went into a bad depression, my self-esteem, just everything. Because I'm like, why is it not working for me? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm doing everything right. And I just couldn't understand. I was beating myself up. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to eat. I cried constantly. And I'm like, well, everybody, you know, was chasing their dreams, and my dream just not coming true.
Wow.
And then I still tried to fight it, even though they kept denying me. I got a lawyer, and they still was denying me with the lawyer. And I was like, you know what, whatever. Like, I'm just going to chalk it. And after the last denial, I ended up getting my approval for the home care stuff, which
Congrats. That's awesome.
Congrats.
I applied
Look at God.
for it through the Office of Developmental Programming way back in 2020. So it was something that really wasn't at the top of my mind because I did it so long ago. And I'm like, they'll never get to me.
Right. And then
it's
boom,
been years.
Here it comes. Right.
Yep. And now it's doing really
Look at
well.
you. Yes.
How
That
many
is
years
a testimony.
how many years have you been in the home care now?
I've started about a year and a half ago, but I didn't end up getting my first client until July.
Awesome.
So basically just a
Couple
few months now. Yeah.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So when you were going through your depression, you talked about that. How long did it take you to bounce back?
Girl, it took like a year.
Wow.
Because I couldn't understand it. And then I'm watching, you know, even now to you guys, I'm like, oh my gosh, they daycare is doing good. Everybody's stuff doing good.
Right.
What am I not doing right? I just couldn't understand. I'm like, and I knew that I was doing everything. Like, I went through the book. I done had people walk through the house and do inspection before inspection. Like, I'm like, what is the problem? But
you're proof that everybody's timing is different.
Yes.
And I feel like
everybody
everybody is always putting themselves on this pedestal where I got to get this done now. I got to have this done by this age. And when it's your time, it's your time.
That's
so
right.
It's your time, sis.
I totally
Congratulations.
agree with that. And I feel like, honestly, what's meant for you won't miss you.
Right.
Because that wasn't what God had in plan.
I love that. How did that rejection have like an impact on your confidence?
And once I eventually overcame it,
Right.
then I realized that, again, like, what's meant for you won't miss you, and that sometimes you have to pivot. Like, I still can help people. It just may not be in that way. I'm still helping people. I love to help people. And even though it's not the way I intended, I'm still helping people.
Indeed.
So I'm still doing what I love, and I'm passionate about it. And
that's amazing. Go, Carla.
Tell us more about it. Where are you located?
We have an office in Germantown, 65, I believe. I'm sorry, Germantown Avenue. It's like right near towards Germantown Avenue, like the one towards Chestnut Hill.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
What advice would you give somebody that's struggling with rejection in any facet of their business, whether their clientele isn't the way they want it to be, whether they're not bringing in the income that they want to be? How can you tell them to keep going? What are some things that you would say to keep going, for them to keep going?
That's important.
I mean, dust yourself off and try again.
Hey,
I know that's
hear
right.
That.
That's all I can really say.
don't
Just
succeed.
keep pushing.
Hey.
Keep pushing, because somebody else's no, one person's no, somebody else may say yes.
Yeah, that's
right.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's over for you.
Yeah, I love that. I think that it's really important for people just to understand that when you have your no, I use that as my ammunition to keep going. Like, I'm a person that challenges myself. I'm a person that really is like, this no isn't final. Like, I'm like determined. I'm adamant. Like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing until I get that yes. I also really, really like the fact that one thing that encourages me is that when I have a lot of children around me, like in my industry, I got a lot of kids around me. And if I give up, then my kids give up.
And you know they're watching you.
And I know that they're watching me. So that's what pushes me. Danny, what pushes you when you hear your no?
When I hear my no, the fact that, I don't know.
What do you tell yourself, Danny, to keep grounded?
Keep pushing, right? Like, there's always going to be that light at the end of the tunnel where I know that there is a goal, there's a greater goal, especially when it comes to the industry that we're in with the children, right? Like, I know that I'm passionate about these children. I'm passionate about what we do in education. And
Yeah.
if I don't continue, then where are they going to go?
Right,
You know,
right,
I
right,
mean,
right.
there's other, like Carla said, she's been to other group homes and you go to other childcare centers. And while there are a lot of amazing childcare centers, I know that mine is great.
For sure.
Right.
So
For
it's
sure.
like, I need to make sure that I stay grounded. I don't give up because I'm not giving up on these children.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yes.
Y'all, listen, one thing I feel like everybody, anywhere across the world, any woman dealing with rejection in business, it does affect your confidence.
It does.
It does affect your confidence 100%. But when you feel like you're down or when you feel like you can't keep going, you have to rely on your village too. That's another thing.
Oh, yes.
Like sisterhood is really important, and that's the purpose of this podcast.
Yes.
We've all been in places where we've had a no, right?
Right.
We've all been in places where we just felt like, what's the point? But another thing that's kept us grounded is each other. So
Yes.
when you guys have friends and family that are riding with you, rely on those people. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Like, seriously, that was a big thing for me. I'm very private. I'm one of those people that are super private. So
Right.
I got a lot of no's, but you would never know about it
Yes.
until I found one or two people to confide in, and then I felt so much better. So when you find those people, hone in on them. You need them. So
Good. And speaking of no's, now that, you know, you did say that, I can think of a no that kept me motivated. You know, I used to be a teacher.
Yeah.
So I working as an educator in a high school setting.
Yeah.
And there was a certain classroom that a certain subject that I was teaching. I was passionate about it. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And one day they decided, because I wasn't certified, that they were going to take me out of that classroom and put me somewhere else.
Yes.
Well, I hated it. And I sat back.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I just sat back and I was like, I don't belong here, right? I need to take my talents
Yes.
somewhere else. And I hit you up,
Yep.
and then we went from there, you know?
Yep,
So
yep.
when that no came, it didn't just make me like, all right, like, I guess I got to do this class and I got to teach this. No, I was
That
like,
is
I'm
such a
going
good
somewhere
point.
else where I know that I can still thrive and not be minimized to this small subject where I know I have so much more to offer.
I love
So,
that. I
yeah.
love that. Yep. Sometimes a no is definitely that thing that makes you uncomfortable to push.
Yes.
Like, it's that thing that's like, all right, well, whatever. Like, I gotta keep going. Or I'm also, like I told you guys, I'm really feisty too. Like, I'm really one of them people that's like competitive.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna show you better than I could tell you. So
Yes.
I use that as my no for that too.
So we hear that rejection is a tool if you know how to use it. So Carla, you tell us how you use the tool for rejection, I guess.
Well, I guess you could say that, you know, when all that occurred and then I finally got the email for the orientation, it was like, go hard or go home, baby. This your time. Like, this your moment. And I just been grinding ever since. Like, I feel
love
like
it.
I work 24 hours a day. I put my all into it. I make
love
sure
it.
that I get certified for any and every service possible, because I'm like, okay, what makes sure is stand out or better than anyone else's?
Right.
So every time I find out it's another service, I get qualified for one. I take these classes, I take these courses, I do whatever I got to do. And it's like, go hard or go home. When you finally
Right.
get that time and it's your time and your moment, you got to run with it.
I know
sure.
that's right.
I love it. Carla, you talked about your no with the agency and like the people that license you and stuff. But did you have any naysayers, like people that was like, she ain't gonna do it? Did you know about any of those people?
From the beginning, when I first initially was starting to do the group homes, I would have people that had a problem with it because I originally started as a nonprofit.
Got
And
it.
everybody's like, well, why are you doing that? It's no money in nonprofit, or that's not the way to do it. And I'm like, but just because it's a nonprofit doesn't mean
it
that you
doesn't
don't
make
make
money.
money.
That's a
but
common
it's
misconception.
there, you know,
Right.
when people don't really know, they
Got it.
speak on things.
That's
but-
right.
What you think those people think? What do you think they're saying now?
I know that's right.
I'm curious.
No, but they should have jumped on the train.
Period.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Period. Jump on the train.
So Carla, we're going to wrap this up now. First of all, thank you so much for coming
Thank you
out.
for
Like,
having me.
I am so happy. First of all, I met you through Danielle, and I feel like we have a genuine connection. It's
Yes.
crazy how network really just brings people together.
Yes, it
so I'm
does.
so happy to have you in my network. But how can people connect with you? If people want to get to know more about Carla or get to know about your home health agency, tell them how
Okay.
they can connect with you.
I guess I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram at Elena, ALAYNAMILAN, at Elena Milan. We have an Instagram for the company. It's called Alana Milan's Care, which is named after my daughter. Our website is www.alanamilanscare.com.
I love it. I love it. I have one more question for you. What's the difference between rejection being redirection or a dead end?
Okay. I guess I would say follow your heart. Like,
Wow.
if you feel like that you're passionate and this is what you want to do, keep going. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't give up. And as far as redirection, that's not a bad thing. You could pivot and still do what you love.
Indeed.
So yeah, just don't give up. Pray on it and keep pushing. Follow your heart. Always follow your heart.
For sure.
Yes.
I love that. Thank
I
you.
have another question. Because I saw how passionate that you were about group home, and you had some really important points about those women not having anywhere to go.
Right.
Do you see that in your future?
I actually have been. I actually
that's a good
recently
one.
put in an application to start group homes over here.
Yay!
Oh, wait, sorry. I was
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I said Philly not gonna let me, but New Jersey is a whole
Jersey,
different
It's a whole
program.
different program. You see
Yes.
how one door closes, another one opens.
There we
I'm
go.
I'm sure that it's going to be amazing, and it's
Yep.
going to go the way you want it to go, because it just wasn't your time then.
Yep.
But it is now, so we're good. Yep.
And if you need any volunteers, if you need anyone to come
Yes,
and,
let us know.
speak
Aw.
to, let us
We would
know.
love to
You
be a
have
part.
our support.
For sure.
I'm extremely proud of you, and I watched your journey. And that was one of the reasons why we really wanted you to come on our show
Right.
today. So thank you for giving us your time and sharing your story, because
Thank
it is a
you.
testimony, and you don't understand how you can touch somebody else who could be sitting at the camera right now looking like, wow,
Right.
I heard her story. I'm going to keep pushing.
I
There's
love
so
it.
much stuff happening. You really just be like, I'm just ready to give up and just throw in the towel.
No.
But
do
it's
it.
too easy.
Yep.
Don't
Too
do it.
easy.
Don't do it.
Yes. Yes.
It's worth it. That's a wrap. And just remember that every no is not a no. It can sometimes mean a yes. And that doesn't mean that you still can't go. And don't forget to stay boss sis.